All right, so welcome back to Off the Couch, and this is one of our special editions where we take out one of the Manhattan Beach City Council member candidates for City Council, obviously.
That's right.
So today we have Brian Withers. Brian, how's it going?
I'm having a great day. Just left the American Martyrs Altar Society Forum and switched into my soft duds. The rain stopped. Looks like a nice time for a drive.
Let's do it. Let's get cruising. Manhattan Beach Toyota has given us one of their lovely cars here. So fun.
It's nice. I love the new car smell.
Right?
I am now.
You're gonna bottle it up and take it with you.
Oh my gosh, I want to.
Yeah.
I'm 2 years sans car. Yeah, I was just moving my car across the street to not get a parking ticket, and that is no reason to pay for a lease for a car.
So you don't have a car right now?
I don't have a car.
I did not know that.
Yeah, if I need to get down to see a Dodger game or something, I'm taking an Uber.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm
You really love Manhattan Beach.
using my Chevrolet legs. Yeah. This is my dad's first office right here on 18th.
No way.
And before that, it was right now.
Is your dad a dentist?
He's a dentist too.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
So that's where Withers Dental started, was right there.
All right.
Before that, it was my. Now we just end up calling everyone uncles because we don't do the math that deep in my family. So my Uncle John's, I believe his father was a OBGYN and delivered a lot of babies in Manhattan Beach in that building.
All right.
And now my Uncle John himself, the man himself, works there as a CPA.
Okay, very cool.
So that's
So you're really deep rooted. It's
we're
not
deep.
Just yourself that
we're deep, yeah.
grew up. How far back does it go?
4 generations.
4 generations.
Four generations. Yeah, my great grandmother was one of the founders of the Neptunian Women's Club.
Wow.
I have a great uncle who was a police chief. So yeah, it's not that far of a stretch to see another Withers serving Manhattan Beach.
Yeah. So what's it like digging in people's mouths? You know, you see those funny comics talking about it, going to the dentist, sitting in a dentist chair. What's it like being on the other end?
As a guy who loves to talk, I love having the captive audience.
Right. They can't go anywhere.
It's not that bad. I'd rather work on this end than the other end.
Right.
So
right. Yeah.
So as things go, I pick the right end of the body. But yeah, I really enjoy it. I love being a dentist. It's absolutely a passion of mine. I was raised in a dental household. I actually wanted to be an orthopedic surgeon.
Oh.
When I first started, I had knee surgery when I was in high school by local doctor, Dr. Mueller.
Okay.
And I was so impressed with him, and I still think he's an awesome dude. But I wanted to be just like him. Huh. So I wanted to be an orthopedic surgeon.
Right.
And then somehow at SC, my roommate, and I'm not sure how this happened, my roommate's dad was also a dentist. He wanted to be a dentist his entire life. And all of a sudden a light bulb went on. Of course, my dad is sitting there thinking, that's what it took?
He's been trying for 19, 20 years. Yeah. And then you come in.
You move in with this Yahoo, and all of a sudden you want to do what he's doing? All right, great. I went to Pacific. My dad went to Pacific. Wow. It was called Center back then. But,
yeah, Center. I remember Center.
When I went to MBI afterwards, which is now the district.
Right.
And then, so I didn't have a chance to go to MBMS. And then, of course, Maricosta afterwards.
Right. So did you do any sports at Maricosta?
I did. I was in the I would call it the heyday of the Coach Morrow, Coach Aerosmith, Coach Lee.
Yeah.
We had
probably because of you.
Well, it's mostly because of me, of course. As a star quarterback and receiver and running back. It was one of my favorite experiences in my entire life. I mean, Guy Gardner was helping coach our offense, and you may know Guy is the head coach of the Sea Kings up in Palos Verdes.
Right.
We just had, and that coaching staff stayed together I think Coach Morrow came in '93. Right. And they're just now starting to sort of, I don't want to say fall apart, but they're going their own way. And that's an awfully long time, especially in the high school world, for a group of guys like that to stick together. And it's an incredible blessing for Manhattan Beach, because the experience that I had, I hope everyone else's was similar, because I still maintain my relationship with Coach Lee.
All right, so you could have any superpower in the world. What would you choose and why?
X-ray vision. Because then I would not have to continue to talk my patients into taking x-rays. I could just look, and we wouldn't have to have that fight every single day in my practice.
People fight over x-rays?
People do not want to take x-rays.
Growing up, what year did you graduate from high school?
99.
99. Who were some of your best friends in at high school then?
Oh man, they're still my best friends right now.
Nice.
Mike Stone and Mike Mothner. Both those guys are at the chief level. In fact, Mike Mothner started W Promote up in El Segundo.
Right.
So those guys are still two. I was best man in both of their weddings. They're two of my closest friends.
Nice.
Still keep in touch with our high school quarterback, Dane.
Nice. You still call him quarterback?
No. he lost the title.
Captain.
The guy who played tackle next to me my junior year is my MD, Jason Hove.
Oh, so you still have, you've got the whole surrounding.
Yeah, we keep it in the family. I mean, Jason and I go out to dinner with our old coaches at least once every couple of months. And I've gained a lot of good friends at USC and up in San Francisco where I went to dental school. But truly, it's special. It's a special thing, and not everyone gets to say that.
Right.
That they're still best friends with the people that. I mean, I think Mikey Stone was probably the first guy to throw a punch at me when we were playing tackle football down on the field. In front of the kindergarten at Pacific. and we've been best friends to this day.
Yeah.
This was my Pennywise story I was going to tell.
I was going to tell you.
Yeah. So I'm in college, and my dad's talking to Jim, and Jim asked if I still listen to Pennywise. My dad says, I think Brian is pretty into Dave Matthews now. And I wish I could see the look on my face when my dad was telling me that. So I'm like, you did not tell the singer Pennywise that I'm into Dave Matthews. Please tell me you didn't do that. And of course, Jim goes, well, tell Brian not to give up on us. And I was just like, oh.
You got a magic wand, and you could change one thing about Manhattan Beach.
Mm-hmm.
What would it be?
Have people stop at the stop signs.
That's the funniest thing because you already mentioned that to me.
I know, it's my pet peeve. Like I said, I don't have a car. I walk a lot of places,
right?
And you know as you're heading up a hill or you're going a direction, you tend to notice out of 10 cars that go through an intersection, 9 run the stop sign.
Yeah.
It catches your attention, and this used to be a city where people would specifically know not to do that kind of stuff in,
right?
Because they're going to catch you.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel that same way now.
Right.
But that would be my magic wand change.
So I got to go find a stop sign here.
I know. You want to stake it out? Do a citizen's arrest? We could do that. I think as a candidate, I have that authority. So.
What's something that used to be around when you were growing up that is no longer here that you really miss?
Oh, icebox.
Icebox, yeah.
I'm a man who likes his sweets. Wait, I'm a dentist. Dang it. Okay, edit that part out. Ixnay in the icebox. No, I really miss the icebox. I think I remember going there in our little league pants and loading up on candy after a game,
right.
And you'd get those jawbreakers that were about the size of a baseball,
yeah.
And we'd all be working on those for upwards of a month.
Do you hand those out to your?
No, I try. That's a secret part of my past. I don't share my my days spent in the icebox with just anybody.
Right.
Yeah, it used to be quite a staple over there at the candy store.
So, do you have a favorite movie of all time?
Favorite movie of all time?
We're not going to hold you to it.
True Romance.
True Romance.
True Romance. One of Quentin's first films.
Right.
My buddy Adam Frand and I used to go with my mom to Cotton Cargo. That was where Video Archives was.
Right.
And that's where Quentin worked.
Right.
And there was also a place called Cotton Cargo there. So my mom is really very talented seamstress. So she would go over to Cotton Cargo, shop for whatever seamstresses shop for.
Right.
And we'd head over to Video Archives, and Quentin would be in there. They'd always be popping popcorn, and he'd have some sort of kung fu movie on. But he would always come up and be like, okay, you see this? This is the student. He's climbing the mountain. He's going to go do battle with his master right now. And so we're just sitting there like, okay, well, if you just bring us up on Goonies again. It's like, really? You kids are renting Goonies again?
So where is a favorite place, a favorite restaurant of yours in town?
Man, you were on time with these questions.
Were you heard there?
Scions.
Scions, yes.
See that wall right there?
Yeah.
I can promise you, I have Lego men entombed in that wall. Because it used to be open. I mean, I grew up right here on Larson Street.
Right.
So there used to be a gap in there, and we'd bring our little guys to play with. And
yeah.
Every once in a while, one would get consumed by the wall at Scions. Now, they've since closed that up.
So they're still back there.
So I have to imagine that they're still in there, you could go in there and find some vintage Lego men and maybe a couple G.I. Joes. Who knows?
What's your favorite dish? Is there one on the menu that you just...
Asadero.
Yeah.
Asadero all day long.
All right.
And Local tip, if you ask them, they'll wrap it in a burrito for you so you don't have to do it yourself, which is...
They're going to be back there wrapping burritos all day now.
Yeah.
Brian, let's give this a try.
Thanks, Brian. We appreciate that. Yeah.
You got Manhattan Beats in your blood, which is really cool.
It's in there.
And if you guys, obviously, we tried to keep it more personal on this level. We didn't want to go politics if you want politics. There's plenty of different meetings and things you can go to. You can go to websites. There's articles written, like I mentioned before. He'll always be happy to sit down and chat with you, even if it is in his dentist chair.
I promise I'll let you talk some of the
Get
time.
an X-ray while you're in there. But Brian, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Brad. I really appreciate it. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. And thanks for keeping me safe today. A little touch and go there for a second.
Thank you.